Hello friends, welcome back to another video on my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Fran and today I am swatching out all of the inks that I got in April. And so this ink haul has a lot more bottles than I normally would buy in a single month, but as I shared in my birthday haul video, I just happened upon some fun money, and so I decided to spend some of that fun money on some bottles of ink. So all of the colors today are mentioned in my birthday haul video, which I'll link up above if you haven't watched it yet. It's a little bit long, so I don't really expect you to watch through the whole thing. If you just care about the inks, this video will probably suffice. So I did prep a page in my B6 Planner Monkey Co. freely noted notebook. This notebook is again in the B6 size. It's got 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. And so I'm going to just go ahead and start swatching. I wanted to try something out of the ordinary for me and just say farewell to that perfect circle swatch. So I took this little glass dip pen that I got from AliExpress and I just used that glass dip pen. Well, it's not a glass dip pen. I think it's like a glass stirring stick, but I used the little ball tip to swatch the ink swatch, and then I use my Pilot medium dip pen here to write the ink properties. So sorry, I'm like a little bit behind. That first ink sample, or that first ink bottle, is Wearingeul's Floating Cloud, and I did have a sample of this that I used in April, and I totally loved using this as a pink color. So I decided to just grab myself a bottle before it was too late. All right, this next bottle is from the Esterbrook Coffee Monsters Co. collab. This is Forgotten Iced Coffee. One thing I love about this ink is that it goes down this like kind of like murky green color, but it dries like a light brown, you know, like a watered down iced coffee. So that's a fun experience when you're writing, because at first I was like, why is this like green? But it dries pretty beautifully and it has like crazy shading properties. So that's a fun ink to write with. This next bottle is Diamine Earl Grey, and I have actually never tried this one in sample form. I just committed to the bottle because I've seen so many people swatch this out in their currently inks, and I really wanted a new bottle of gray ink because my Pilot Iroshizoku Kirisame was running out. So this is my new gray ink. All right, the fourth bottle of ink today is from Lennon Toolbar, which is one of my favorite ink brands lately, and this one is called Catfish Spirit, and I picked up this bottle in store at M. Lovewell in Santa Ana. I was actually looking for a bottle of sesame oil, and again they were sold out, but I did see a bottle of Catfish Spirit, which is another Lennon Toolbar color that I really wanted. It's like a grayish purple, so I picked that one up. And then, as I was saying, I have been looking for a bottle of sesame oil, and I believe I got this bottle from Yoseka. I turned on the restock notifications, and so as soon as I got an email that they had it in stock, I went ahead and made that purchase. Thankfully, I had a sample vial from Jazz recently, which confirmed how much I loved the color, so I went ahead and got the bottle. And then I believe the last bottle for today is this Sailor Shikiori Doyu, and this is the ink bottle that's included in the Manju pen box set. Then the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Manju is from the Japanese Sweet series, and we got this box set from the Atlas Stationers Experienced Pen Sale, so such a good deal. And this color is pretty much like a black in my opinion, but if you see any other color shades, let me know. But definitely next to all these other colors, it looks like a black. All right, now very quickly, I'm swatching the ink samples I got from M. Lovewell when I visited last month. So I got these samples along with that Catfish Spirit bottle. This one is a Sailor Shikiori. It says Kamoshka or Kamoshika, and it's like a really nice just brown. It's got less of the yellow hues, like the yellow undertones that the sesame oil has. This is like more of a like true brown, in my opinion, like a dark brown. And then this next sample is another pink I wanted to try. This is Pilot Iroshizuku Kosumosu. And I believe, I can't remember their name, but one of y'all who watches my video recommended this to me when I was talking about finding a pink, just like a very truly pink ink. And I really love this. It kind of reminds me of like bubblegum ink or bubblegum pink, whereas Wearingeul Floating Cloud is kind of more of a dusty pink in my opinion, or it's like a deeper pink. So having these two pinks at my disposal is very exciting because I feel very satisfied with both. All right. Whoa, I totally just hit my camera. Apologies for that shakiness. This is another Pilot Iroshizuku ink. This is Yuyake. I really wanted to try an orange ink for the summer and for the coming fall. And so I think this sample vial is going to be the perfect orange to go across both those seasons. And then last but not least, this is the mystery ink that I picked up from Jet Pens, and it came with, shoot, I forgot which pen I got from Jet Pens, but I got a pen from them and just ordered a mystery ink, and this one is Diamine Hope Pink. And I just think it's so funny that I've been talking about wanting some nice pink inks, and I feel like this is very different from both Floating Cloud and Kosumosu. So I think this pink is going to be a great one to add to my little pink sample collection. All right, so I've given the ink some time to dry, and here is what it all looks like. I don't know why I do this where I point at ink colors when I know I'm going to do a voiceover, but here I am just initially saying, I'm saying Forgotten Iced Coffee is not as green as it went down. And then it's so interesting looking at Earl Grey and Catfish Spirit next to each other. It's like the Catfish Spirit is kind of pulling out some purple undertones in the Earl Grey, but then the Earl Grey is making the Catfish Spirit look more gray than purple. So it's always so interesting to see the colors next to each other versus when you see them on their own. And then I think here I'm comparing my purple ink exploration to the Catfish Spirit to see if I have anything like it already. And honestly, Catfish Spirit is just very unique in my opinion. I think the closest other purple that I've had to Catfish Spirit is maybe Sydney Lavender, but I no longer have that bottle of ink anymore because I've used it all up, because I've put it in pens and I've shared samples with friends. So I am very excited to add this new Lennon Toolbar bottle to my collection. And I think that's all I'm thinking about when I look at these inks. I am really excited to have these new pink inks to try. Obviously, I'll be using Floating Cloud again in the near future. Definitely Kosumosu while we're in the spring and summer months. But just all these inks I feel like were great selection. So let me know in a comment down below which of these inks are your favorites, or if we're matching on any ink colors in your collection. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you at the next one, my friends. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye.